door to the griffin enclosure was a solid black metal gate, with unicorns facing each other on the two sides, outlined in gold. 3 deadbolts punctuated the center gap like menacing buttons. Logan noticed that Zoe watched her father intently as he opened the gate, and Mr. Khan gave her a quick, worried look at the same time. The doors opened inward a few feet from the large, flat boulder where the white griffin was sprawled, sunning herself in the last rays of daylight. She opened one eye to a slit and peered at Scorp. "Oh," Logan heard her say, "fantastic!" "Son!" The black griffin came galloping across the rocks, flapping his wings wildly like flags in a hurricane. "You're alive!" He braked in front of Logan and snatched the cub out of Logan's arms, crushing Scorp fiercely against his black chest. "Merk," the muffled cub objected, squirming. "Hi, Dad." Logan felt as if a runaway train had just careened by an inch from his face. He shoved his hands into his pockets to stop them from shaking. The black griffin's claws were as long and sharp as hunting knives, and he towered over Mr. Khan by a few inches. Was this how big Scorp would get? "Nira!" the black griffin bellowed. From the way Mr. Khan and Zoe winced, Logan guessed everyone could hear the adult griffins in their heads. "Behold, one of our beautiful, perfect cubs has returned to us. He's alive!" "That's not even remotely surprising," the white griffin answered. She closed her eyes and shifted her wings so the feathers underneath could get a bit more sun. "Come rejoice with us," Scorp's dad insisted. "Maybe later," said the white griffin. "Hungry?" Snorp Squirt chirped. "That's not surprising either," said the white griffin. "Your mother is thrilled that you're home," the black griffin said to Scorp. "She's been worried sick about you." "Yes," said the white griffin, without opening her eyes. "I'm definitely the one who's been tearing my feathers out all day." Logan glanced around. Large black feathers were scattered across the boulders. So it's kind of sounding to me like Scorp's dad is definitely the worrywart, and Scorp's mom is almost acting like, I don't know, like she doesn't even really care that much. "Logan, this is Riff," said Mr. Khan, indicating Scorp's dad. "And that over there is Nira." "She's usually a bit more upright," said Zoe. She tilted her head at the sleepy white griffin. "Are you all right, Nira?" "It's all the anxiety," pronounced Riff. "It's worn her out." Nira didn't bother to respond. "What about the others?" Riff demanded. "Where are my other precious cubs?" "Maybe I could help look for the other griffins," Logan jumped in. He didn't want to go home to his empty house, and he really did not want to get shut out of this amazing place. "I have some questions first," said Mr. Khan. "Logan, could you ask the cub how they all got out?" Beside him, Logan felt Zoe tense. "Clink found gate open," Scorp answered readily. "He says the gate was unlocked," Logan said. "Then they swam out through the moat. That's how he got me in here, too. There's a hole in the grate on the outside wall." "Oh, God," Zoe said, dropping onto one of the boulders, as if griffin wings had knocked her over. She buried her face in her hands. "Then it was my fault. But Dad, I never forget to lock the gate. I'm sure it was locked when I left last night." "Let's not jump to conclusions yet. I'm more worried about the hole in the grate," her dad said kindly. "I'll have to speak to Cobalt about fixing that." "Why would you leave us?" Riff bellowed at his son, wrapping his wings more tightly around the cub. His black lion tail lashed back and forth. "When we love you so much." What Logan could still see of Scorp was wriggling uncomfortably. "Just wanted treasure," Scorp said. "Clink promised treasure. Griffin's supposed to have treasure." "Oh, hey," Logan said with a start. "The bank! I saw something weird there on my way to school this morning, like the front door had been clawed up. Maybe one of the cubs figured out there was money inside and went looking for treasure." "We'd better head over there right now," said Zoe's dad. He glanced at his watch. "I guess the dragon toothbrushes will have to wait until tomorrow." What about the library? Zoe asked. She picked up a stray branch and started snapping it into small pieces. It closes at 7. And also, should we offer Logan, something to drink? Me? Logan said. I'm okay. Let's put a temporary delay on that, said Mr. Khan. Zoe looked oddly pleased at this answer. Matthew and I and your mother will head to the bank. You get Blue and take Logan to the library. See if he can hear the griffin there. With luck, we'll get 2 more cubs back here before dinner. Squirt poked his head out between his dad's wings. Dinner? Fish! Want fish? Me! Fish! Me! For heaven's sake, said Nira, opening her eyes. I'm trying to get my first decent sleep in 4 months. Could you all take the noisy conversation elsewhere? Especially you two. She clacked her beak at Riff and Squirp. Let's go find you a fish, Riff said with dignity, carrying Squirp away. The cub twisted his neck around to look back at Logan. Good luck finding brothers and sisters. Come back soon, bring cow. Mr. Khan turned and strode out of the enclosure, leaving Logan and Zoe staring at each other. Did he say dragon toothbrushes? Logan asked. Isn't that lame? Zoe dropped the pieces of her branch and stood up, dusting off her hands. The Snappa agents said we're neglecting the dragon's dental hygiene. There's no record of dragon toothbrushing anywhere in Khan Menagerie history. They're wild animals. Plus, their teeth are in great shape from all the volcanic rocks they eat. I swear the agents are just hoping we'll get our heads bitten off. What is Snappa? Logan asked, following her to the gate. The Supernatural Animal Protection Agency, Zoe said. Government, top secret, in charge of all the menageries. We had a surprise inspection visit from them last Sunday, and they gave us a giant list of things to fix before they come back this Sunday. So this is basically the worst possible time to be dealing with runaway griffin cubs, too. We'll find them, Logan said confidently. I'll help. Don't worry. Finding missing griffin cubs in a small town like Xanadu? How hard could that be? So I don't know about you, but this part where Zoe asked Dad if they should give Logan a drink